I'm Fran Jakubowicz. I'm the CEO of Sunhouse Marketing. We're a digital lead generation agency here in Israel, and we've generated hundreds of thousands of leads this year and millions of dollars in sales for our clients. So we're really passionate about lead acquisition. I'm sure most of you in this room are too, because leads are the lifeblood of every business, right? But we have some challenges in front of us because the ways in which we generate leads for our clients is really difficult. It's tricky. We've talked about it over the last 2 days a little bit, and I want to talk about some opportunities that we've found, some next generation lead gen tactics that can help you increase your leads by over 200%. Okay, it's going to take some ingenuity, some creativity, but we're here to show you how to do it, and I'm very excited to talk about it. Okay, but first I want to ask a question. How many of you are using lead generation forms to generate leads for your own business? Raise your hand. Yeah, a lot of us, right? Let me ask you another question. How many of you are getting a 10% conversion rate on your lead forms? If you're getting 10%, oh my gosh, there's even like there's more than a couple of you. You're all hired. You can all work at Sunhouse Marketing. And how many of you are getting a 5% conversion rate on your lead gen forms? Or a 3% conversion rate on your forms, right? The average conversion rate on a lead generation form on a landing page is a measly 2.3%. That really sucks. So we need to find alternate ways to engage our potential customers. Let me ask you guys a question. When was the first time you saw a lead generation contact form on a landing page? Do you guys even remember? One person raised their hand. The reason for this was the 1990s, and half of you weren't even born yet. That's how long we've been using contact forms and lead gen forms on landing pages. So today, forms are boring. We still use them, but they lack a lot of, there's a lot of challenges that surround lead forms, like friction, right? Getting users to fill in all those form fields. They're boring, they're not sexy, they're not memorable, and I just want to take a second to talk about memorability here, because we're going to talk about it. It's a theme today, okay? Of course, as marketers, our goal is to generate as many qualified leads as we can. However, our ads themselves speak for our companies. They speak for our brands. So they have to be sexy. They have to be memorable. They have to be entertaining. They have to pop, okay? So what do us poor marketers do, with those boring old lead generation forms on landing pages, right? We were desperate to come up with some new solutions and opportunities. So I'm going to take you through what we found over the last couple of years, and as marketers, I'm sure some of you went through the same process. Okay, 2015, Facebook created lead generation ad types. Has anybody ever tested a lead generation form on Facebook? Raise your hand if you had. Yay. Okay, so you guys are going to understand this, okay? It seemed like a gift from God when this Facebook ad type came out. Why? First of all, users didn't have to go to a landing page. They would click on a call to action button on the ad, and they would get this magical form would pop up in Facebook, okay? Super easy, and what was even crazier is that Facebook collects all this user data, right? So we knew name, email address, phone number, whatever we wanted was already, it was already part of Facebook's internal data, and all the form fields were pre-filled. Crazy, right? So all the user had to do was click on the call to action button, and voila, they got their lead. It was magic, and also those leads were pretty cheap to convert. Okay, until we took those leads to the sales teams or whoever it was that was following up on those leads, and all of a sudden we were getting feedback like the user didn't remember clicking on the ad. Okay, why is that? It was so darn easy to fill out that form. There was so little friction that it was actually unsuccessful. So us marketers went back to the drawing board and we added more form fields, right? And we were able to produce better qualified leads. And today, we do use lead generation ad form types, but mostly for top of the funnel leads, where we're really trying to collect email addresses for future remarketing purposes. If you're looking for bottom of the funnel leads, direct, get that, go straight for the jugular leads, this isn't going to be the ad type. So what do we poor marketers do, right? Okay, this is when things started to get very exciting, at least at Sunhouse Marketing. So 2017, Facebook Messenger ads, okay? 1.3 billion monthly active users on Facebook Messenger. 20 billion messages sent between users and businesses monthly, okay? Users love using messaging. We do, right? We as business owners want to create the same type of relationship that we would with the interactions we have with our own friends. So I really hope we're not contacting our really good buddies through contact forms, right? And we're probably not even using email, okay? But we are messaging our friends. So businesses found this. Businesses started to leverage this, okay? Very exciting, actually. And we were starting to engage and collect leads through Facebook Messenger. Okay, so here's the next slide is the first real tactic that I want to talk about. So messenger ads are great, and they were a great conversation starting tool, okay? The problem was that we couldn't define the cost per lead on a messaging ad until August. So in August, Facebook, thank you, Facebook, changed their whole algorithm, and they gave us marketers a gift. They used their AI to define those users that would actually go through the whole chat flow and provide their email, their name, their email, their phone number, everything through a chat flow, and they would say, hey, and that cost per lead is now equals X, okay? So that's huge. So now we can go back to our customers and say, hey, the cost per lead on this form is, on this lead chat is whatever, and it's super effective. We're gonna talk about why it's super effective in just a second. And the other cool thing that Facebook offered us since August, okay, is the ability to send out reminders. So, you know, your potential customer had the audacity to go get a cup of coffee mid-chat, right? And normally what would happen is they would forget all about the chat flow. But through reminders, we can get them back into the funnel and get them back into converting. So I just want to show you an example. This is a telecom provider in Israel, Talk and Save, a client of ours. And you can see how you create these. Is this playing? Yes, okay, awesome. You can see just, you know, a very natural chat occurs. It's like a human, natural conversation happening. And here we are, we're able to collect all this data super easily. But I just want to say something here. It's super easy, but it's still memorable, okay? It's still a memorable tactic. So these are the types of things that we're aiming for. And this was built through a Facebook Messenger ad interface only. And I'll say only because, in just a second, because the next tactic is using Facebook bots. So Facebook bots like ManyChat, for example, offer something very different. Just watch this. We just asked the user for two options. We said, do you want to learn more about the keto diet, or do you want to book a free consultation? Okay? In this particular situation, they chose the keto diet, and then we were able to serve up a video about keto diet and other things, give them the customized information they wanted before we, you know, got the contact information that we were looking for. And this is when the user is asking for a free consult, okay? And we get the lead that way. So let me just articulate for a second the differences here. So with a regular Facebook Messenger ad type, okay, it's a Q&A question. It's question, answer, question, answer, question. Answer is very simple. It works. We love it. We use it. It's successful. But if you want a much more customized opportunity with your users, and you do because you want to provide custom information to your potential customer, right? So then a Facebook chat bot like ManyChat, okay, is going to give them the opportunity to choose from you know, a multiple of choices, and then based on that choice, provide a customized answer. Okay, super effective, you guys. This has helped us. This is one of those tactics that helped us increase our lead gen conversion rates by 200%. Okay, okay. All right. So we talked about Facebook Messenger, but what if we want to take chatbots out of Facebook? Right? We have that opportunity. Landbot. There's a whole host of chatbots out there. We love Landbot, but it's basically taking the same concept I just described and creating that, you know, customized funnel through your landing pages, through your own website, through WhatsApp, and through a whole bunch of other third-party opportunities, okay? So we know messaging is big business. Here's an example of another customer of ours, a very successful expat tax company, and what we actually did was we took over the landing page and we turned it into a chat bot, which you can do here. And I'm just showing you this very natural, very easy, fun, memorable chat flow and our ability to collect leads, okay? So you guys have to be using this. This is just an example of a chat bot that we created. Super easy. We're no development time here. Okay, I'm just trying to show you so you don't get scared. It's really easy. So why chatbots? Increase conversion rates by up to 200%, can be built in less than 30 minutes, cheap, they can be embedded, and customized conversations. Okay, now, I just talked to you about why you shouldn't use Facebook lead generation ads because of, that whole process of it being too easy. But Google Ad Lead Form extensions just came out, okay? We're beta testing in Google. So when Google gives us a new product, we can't just sit by and say, oh no, we tried that already and it didn't work, okay? So what's the difference here as compared to those Facebook lead ads that I dissed just a couple of slides ago? Okay, because you have the same functionality, customized, headers and text and call to action buttons, a webhook so you can drive all your leads to, your CRM. The difference here is intent. These are search ads, okay? So users are searching and they have intent. So we're very intrigued by this. We're putting a lot of attention on this extension, and I suggest you guys do too. Okay, but I'll be honest and I'll say we still don't yet know if this is going to be a shoo-in or not. Okay. Okay, this doesn't sound very sexy, optimizing your landing pages for phone calls, right? But phone calls are actually very sexy because a phone call is worth between 500 to 1,000 more in revenue than a completed form, says Brian Massey of Marketing Land. And we know that. Anybody who's in marketing knows that. You get the customer on the phone, it's so much easier to convert them into a sale than through just a lead form. So how do you do that? How do you optimize your pages for phone calls? You create super fast mobile landing pages. You make sure the CTA are phone focused, like tap to call, right at the top of the page, above the fold. You can put those contact forms below the fold if you still want them there. Now I want to talk to you about Barry Nussbaum. He's a very successful family lawyer based in Canada, another client of ours. We started optimizing his pages for click-to-call 2 years ago, and he's had to hire 2 or 3 new lawyers to deal with all the leads that are coming in. So this is no joke. This is very exciting. Okay, this is the most exciting in my opinion. Conversational voice technology. This is the new lead generation as we head into 2020. This is taking chatbots and all the cool stuff related to chatbots, but adding voice, okay? And we can use this through Amazon Alexa, through Google Assistant, through Facebook Messenger. I want to show you an example of a company out of the UK using this technology that we are going to be working with in 2020. You can come to our booth afterwards so I can tell you who they are and what they do. And this is going to blow away everything. Like everything we just talked about, as cool as it is, this is way cooler. So let's just show you.
Alexa, open Citroen Test Drive.
We need volume, yeah.
Welcome to Citroen Test Drive. Are you ready to book your test drive in the new C5 Aircross SUV?
Yes, okay.
Would you like to visit one of our showrooms or take the test drive from your home?
From home, please.
Okay, we will be using your Amazon registered home address. And when would you like to book your test drive?
This Friday morning, please.
We have availability at 11 a.m. Would you like to proceed?
Yep.
Okay, your test drive is booked.
Okay, I don't know about you guys. I think that's extremely cool. Natural, it's like a phone conversation and it's hands-free. Voice is the new lead generation tactic. This was created by sayitnow.ai, this UK company I wanted to tell you about, okay? So take the opportunities that I've just shown you and leverage them for yourself, for your company, for your clients. You are going to see a 200% increase in leads. I'm Fran Jakubowicz. I'm the CEO of Sun House Marketing. We've got a booth outside. We've got a cheat sheet of all the tools that I just talked about. You can contact me for any questions on LinkedIn, wherever. Message me, please. And thank you so much for your time today.